It's me again. My laptop is so annoying. I totally lost where I was, but basically the point is this. Can't live in fear. Can't live in fear. Like what I've just learned to do is just stare the fear. Stare it straight in the face, and the demons, and your own inner demons. Stare them straight in the face. Be like, bring it. Come on then. Take it on. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. That's how you evolve. That's how you change. That's how you transform. Just realised I'd stood still for so long. It's like frozen by life. Kind of just wondering when it was going to change, but doing nothing to do it, nothing to make it change, or nothing to improve myself. And as soon as I started doing that, as soon as I started going, no, I'm not gonna do that no more. I just want to be better. I want to be better every day. I want to be better than the day before. I want to learn something new. I want to try something new. I want to face a fear and just keep growing. And that process of not being afraid, or being afraid, but like facing those fears, that is just, it's very empowering when you realize you can. Every single time. So, because the only limit is the ones that we put on ourselves, or the ones that society says. Fuck it. I don't want to be like anyone else. I don't want to follow what everyone else is doing. I want to be completely myself, and I want to know without a shadow of a doubt that I can. So, and because it is mind over matter, it literally is mind over matter, because, you can try something, you might not be good at it the first time, but you know for a fact that if you keep going at it, if you keep trying it, if you keep working hard at it, you will become good at it, ultimately. And that just applies across the board. And you think about all these people, all salute. All of the people in this world that are frontline workers that put their lives on the fucking line every single day. Like RESPECT, the guts that it takes to do that is amazing. No, I remember it every day. I think of it every single day. All people that are frontliners, which essentially is a lot of people right now. But traditionally speaking, our military, our police, our emergency services, fire services, air ambulances, all of these people that put their fucking lives on the line every single day without a second thought. And it's only getting more dangerous as the days go on, isn't it? And they still do it every day. To serve the people. And sure, there are wrong uns, but there's more good ones than not. and you sure as shit want them on your side when if something was to happen to you or to your children. You'd expect them to put their lives on the line for yours. And they would. 99.9% of the time. It's only the few that, you know, and that being able to do it without a second thought, it just overcome that fear. That makes that, for me, it's like they are the noble ones. They're the true noble ones. You know what I mean? Like, the traditional aristocracy or royal fact, there's nothing royal about them. When you look back through time and how they've got it, there was absolutely nothing royal about these people. Not a single fucking thing. And it makes them rude, it makes them racist, it makes them entitled, it makes them judgy, it makes them arseholes, in want of a better word. And they treat people like shit because they think the world owes them a favour, just because way back when someone stole something off someone else, killed a load of people, took their land, took their money, and now they think that they can treat people like that and take everything. Just take. Like, the Queen is organised. I mentioned this the other day. The Queen is organised. We're paying for that. I'm pretty confident the people would much rather, whatever stupid amount of money is going to be spent on this fucking party, would rather that money go back into services, would rather that money go to giving our NHS the pay rises, the NHS, emergency services, police, the pay rises they fucking deserve after the last 16 months of hell that they've just had to go through. But no. Let's spend it on a party to celebrate someone we don't give a shit about. All right. And let's not forget they're harbouring a paedophile. At least one. At least. Please. And the BBC, yeah. The BBC, again, which the public pay for, right? Why anyone believes a fucking word these lot come out with either? Yeah. Because they harboured and supported, no less, a prolific paedophile themselves in Jimmy Savile. They let him have a TV show with children. And they all knew about it. They all knew about it from like the 80s, the 70s even. And they let that shit continue. They knew, but they hid it. And they did the same with Rolf Harris. And it's not just here. Think about Weinstein as well. And you just about Hollywood in general with all the paedophiles over there. And then you think about the music industry and all of the things that people have to do, or they think that they have to do, to become famous. Yeah. People are straight selling their souls out here. And you know what? If someone offers you an easy route, or a seemingly easy route, but there's a payoff of some description that ultimately compromises who you are or what you believe or your soul, it ain't worth it. That shortcut ain't worth it. You're better off going it alone, because guess what? Here's the kicker. When you believe in yourself and you're focused and you're determined and you're passionate and you've got your eyes on the goal, you'll get there anyway. It may take longer, but you'll get there anyway, and you'll have your integrity and your soul intact. It's true. And, you know, there's all these stories of, you know, people that let go to, you know, like in Hollywood or in music industry, and they go, you know, they're sort of invited to these parties and all kinds of shit goes down at these parties where they abuse in no other what sort of whatever. They abuse people. And they abuse people, and then they'll use that against you as kind of some kind of collateral, like, oh, I know this about you, like they hold it over you. And it's either be in some kind of sexual sense or some kind of drug sense, and then they'll bring people to these parties that probably would have come from sex trafficking of some description. And you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Look at Trump. Why does anyone fucking believe Trump when he is his organization is corrupt? He doesn't pay his taxes. He hasn't paid his taxes. He also hasn't paid so many states for the rallies that he's been in. He owes all this money, and he's associated with a sex trafficker. Why are people idolizing him? Like, where is the logic? Where is the fucking logic, people? Where is it? Have people lost their minds? Straight lost their minds? Like, what is it that he has done to cloud the minds of so many? And I'm not saying the other side is any better either, but you've got to look at all things from all perspectives at this point, and only looking at things from one point of view is really dangerous. It's really, really dangerous. And I saw this thing, it was a clip about, about saying about being woke. Now, I don't know about this, but why? I'm a why, not a why kind of person. When I say this, I mean, people are like, but why do you care? And I'm like, why don't you? Why don't you care? Why don't you want to know? Why don't you want to do anything? Why don't you give a shit about what is going on right now? Why don't you want to understand the politics of all that is? Why don't you want to understand the universe and where we've come from and how this is and how we're connected? Why don't you? You know? Like, people are looking at me like I'm crazy, going, why? But why? But why are you doing this? But why are you doing what? Shut up. Why don't you want to? Why are you happy with the status quo? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Not when you look at the big picture, it doesn't. It simply does not. this is the thing, and, oh my gosh, that everyone that's in a reality show, love you guys, but I am going to say this, and it is from a loving place. Here's another little gem. So anyone that just watches reality TV, okay, listen, it's good TV. Don't get me wrong. But while you are wasting an hour, 2 hours, however long it is that you spend watching reality TV, you're essentially watching someone else live their life thanks to the money that you're giving them from watching them. So you're sat at home and then you're comparing yourself. You're like, people compare themselves, don't they? They're like, oh, my life's shit in comparison to that. You're paying for that by being a viewer of that program. You're enabling that. So these people that are in these reality shows are having a living. They're making a living off the fact that these people are viewing them. And then because they're then famous from being on a reality TV show, then they get all of these other opportunities. Meanwhile, the very person that is responsible for their salary and then having the platform and all of these other opportunities is sat there comparing their lives to that person that they are funding, essentially. And going, oh, my life's shit in comparison. Don't watch it then. Spend that same amount of time that you would spend watching reality, watching other people live their fucking lives. Live the life that you want to live. How ridiculous is it? You know what I mean? People sit and watch it. I know people that sit, that's all they watch, reality TV. Watching other people. They sit and do nothing in their misery, and then they watch other people live the lives of their dreams that essentially are being funded by them sitting there watching it. No. Stop watching it. Stop comparing yourself to them and start using that same amount of time that you're wasting watching someone else live the life that you want to live, and do something in that time. Do something in that time to achieve that life. You know what I mean? It's crazy. The world's gone crazy. And what is the other thing I was going to say? No, it's gone. Hold on. Let me just double check with the papers. So my light's coming on. Got the creative juices flowing. I went out today, so I'm basically building like a wire human in a stance of protest, like that. And it's going to have a light in the fist and a light in the heart, and then firefly fairy lights as veins all through it. So I've constructed the base, and then it's going to be wrapped in all the newspapers from the last year, all pictures of protests as well. So it's coming along, just letting you know. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, oasis of the mind. So the other thing I thought, but whilst I've been in my nun phase, is to find your oasis of the mind, in the sense that I've got 3. And one of them is definitely not very nun-like, I'm going to be honest with you. So the 3 oases of the mind that I've got are One, my neo mind. So where I'm like, if I'm feeling in my warrior, like nothing is going to stop me phase or moment, doesn't matter what's thrown at me, I'm like, this is it. No matter what's thrown at me, I'm imagining I'm like Neo, like just dodging and diving, like slow-mo, like woo, like that. And then the other oasis of mind I have is my raving and misbehaving. So when I listen to music, that's just where I'm at. That's where I am. I'm in a field or a nightclub, and I'm surrounded by loads of people that could be anywhere. I could be on my own or with friends. Doesn't matter. I'm dancing, feeling the vibe, just in loving life. I'm in that zone. And then the third zone, I'm going to be honest with you. I have already manifested my true love. I know that. My soulmate. They may not be here right now, but I have manifested them. Understanding how manifestation works. So in my third mind, I'm in 1,000 shades of grey. 1,000 shades of grey in there with them. That's where I am. But in all of those oases of the mind, I'm still just sat here with my laptop studying and learning on my own. Because what I've really actually learned is the person that I was looking for this entire time is me. I think I spent my whole life like, who's going to come rescue me? I was expecting someone to come rescue me. And actually, all I ever needed was to find me on my best day. You know, just give life, give me everything that I've got. And constantly strive for better. To learn more, to know more, to be better, to do better, all of those things. And that process has just made me a happier person. So I know that we can. I know that everybody can. That's the thing. I just know. I know that when everyone knows that they can achieve anything and knows that they can have the biggest dream and achieve it, and all of the experiences that you've had in your life are just stepping stones to prepare you for that. And all of the people that you've met, the good, the bad and the ugly, they're all part of a lesson, something to learn, something to share, something to grow from. So when everybody knows that, magic will happen. Straight magic. So that's going to be it for me today. But I just want everybody to know that they are loved and the universe has our back, whether or not you know that, whether or not you can see it, whether or not you can appreciate it right now. The universe has our back. And I love you. And I'm so grateful for each and every each and every person, whether I know you or not. Because everyone is important. Everyone. And we have to do this. We have to get through this. We have, not only do we have to, we can, and we must. And we must come out better, stronger, faster, and more united than we were before. Love you.